instead of divesting into the content of what that thought is, you just notice the simple fact that a thought arose. So you pay more attention to the phenomena of a thought than the content of the thought itself. You examine the nature of a thought itself. So the thought arises and you focus your attention on that phenomena, asking, okay, what is it? And why is it arising? You just examine the thought itself. You don't necessarily combat it with other thoughts. You just look at the phenomena itself and you notice, what is it like for a thought to just appear? Not any particular thought, just a thought in general. Generally speaking, what is it like for a thought to appear? And you just notice that. And then you go a step further and say, well, there's an awareness of this thought, isn't there? So that's something that we could say about it, that there's a recognition of the fact that there is a thought appearing. So let's include that and let's examine that as well. What does it mean to be aware? What is it like to recognize anything at all? And so you reflect on that and you become aware of being aware. And rather than intellectualizing how you're aware with the brain activity and all of that, you just notice right here and now, what is it like to really be aware? And to go even further, who is the one that is being aware? Because certainly it seems as if there's someone who is doing awareness as an activity. There seems to be an I that claims to be aware, that claims to know something, that claims to recognize something. So what is this I? What is it like for there to be the sense of I? So you find that the nature of thought was dependent upon this nature of self, or at least the illusion of a separate self. And so you can trace back the trail to the thought, and there you realize that the thought itself is essentially that recognition of I-ness. Its very existence is predicated upon there being an I at the center of experience. And when that whole thing collapses, you realize that the thought itself was like a mirage or a dream. It wasn't really there. There isn't really a thing called a thought. There's just this story that is born because there's someone, or at least there appears to be someone, that claims to know that there's a thought. And so the thought's very existence is this story that there is a thought.